whatever it was. I would like to think in my spiritual mind that he may have written, some of you are liars. Some of you are backbiters. Some of you are envious. Some of you are full of malice. Some of you have stolen. Some of you have even cheated to get where you are going and where you're at and what you have. Some of you are fornicators, unclean, lascivious, idolatrous. Some of you even practice witchcraft. Some of you are haters. Some are emulators. Wrath and strife stir. Seditious, heretics, murderers, drunks, and revelers. But I heard him say, I didn't come to condemn the world, but that the world through me might be saved. Sensitivity at its finest. I'm trying to rush. We can't hide from God. He sees all. He knows all. And he is everywhere. Their conscience began to convict them. They must have thought, wait a minute, we're planning and plotting to kill Jesus. And what we decided to do was sit outside this lady's house. Catch her when the guy goes in. Now, if they were up to good, they would have stopped it before the guy got in. Or vice versa, or she went into the guy. But they wanted to wait until they got all in the act. How many of us do that too? That if we really mean good, we would stop it at its root. That if we really mean the work of Christ, we wouldn't let it go so far. But because we want to see that person destroyed, because we want to let evil prevail, because we want to say, see, I told you so, we wait until it gets so far gone. Say, look, I pulled her right out of the bed, brought her here to the church. Now what you going to do about it, Jesus? But Jesus kept stooping down. That's right. Kept writing in the ground. And he looked up and said, woman, where are thine accusers? What happened to everybody? Where did they go? That throng of people, where are they at now? The only one that could have judged the woman was Christ. That's right. The only one blameless of sin was Christ. That's right. The only one that had any right to throw a stone, if any stones were thrown, was Christ. Verse 10, when Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman. Never seen people run so fast. None but the woman. Have no man condemned thee? But Jesus is about to take us to another level here. Condemnation of the church then becomes consolement without the church. We have got to be so careful in doing what we think is the work of Christ that we don't leave a bunch of people on the other side of our church doors. To go it alone when they came to church to meet God. They came to church to be in the presence of God. They came to church to experience a life-changing event. They came to church just because they were tired of themselves. They came to church because they realized they were in need of some help. And we don't have sensitivity enough to leave them alone. Let God work on them. They came to the conferences and the meetings to find God, but we ran them away because we become insensitive. We forget where we were. We forget where we came from. We forget that we didn't always have that Benz. Didn't always have money in the bank. Didn't always be able to wear the finest clothes. So when somebody comes with what they have, we look at what we have on. They may just be doing the best they can. So she said, Lord, no man is able to throw that stone. They all ran. They got convicted about their own stuff, their own sin. They realized, wait a minute, I just was doing what I shouldn't have. Oh, wow. Let me get out of here. I just was gossiping. I was just backbiting. I was just destroying somebody. I was just tearing somebody down. I was just talking about you. Let me get out of here. He says, but neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin tomorrow. Go and sin next week. Go and sin no more. What he was really saying, from this point on, don't let sin be found among you. From this point on, stay out of that man's bed. From this point on, be at church when the church doors open. And we promise you, we're not going to turn you out. We're not going to talk about you. We're not going to execute you. We're not going to bash you. He wasn't worried about her past. He saw the promise in her future. He didn't care about what she wore. He didn't try to even change her. But he saw a daughter of God who possessed some worth, who possessed some value. Sometimes we got to take off our glasses and be able to sensitively see how much grace has been applied to us. A little more grace, not just for me, but my sister also. A little more grace, not just for my family, but your family too. A little more grace. Look at this. Jesus treated her with respect. The religious people treated her as an object, as a person beneath them, deserving of no good, and nothing good should come to her, and lot less grace than they wanted for themselves. But he saw her as a person. He gave her kindness and compassion. He said, for love, with love have I drawn thee. Why can I not draw her? Why can I not draw her? Why can I not draw him? With love and kindness. Jesus talked with her, treated her humanly. I don't condemn thee either. Jesus treated her with hope. Sometimes we bash people's hope. We cut it off. They came here for a word. They came here to experience love. They came to experience respect. They came to experience kindness. And we give them our foot. We give them our mouth. We almost want to fight them. almost finished. He's not interested in what we've done. If that was the case, none of us, we would all have to exit the door. We all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. How dare we stand and judge our brother? How dare we stand and judge our sister? We all have sinned. Every day of my life, I remember I have sinned and come short. So I wrestle a little while. I keep working around a thing sometimes. I keep praying about it. Keep fasting over it. God, I need you to move. I need you to work it out. I need you to show up in the matter. I need you, my rock, my refuge, my protector, my strength. I need you. We have to be sensitive. This world that we live in is wrought with so much trouble. And everybody's not going to fit into our, as my favorite bishop used to say, various categories.
That's right.
They're not going to all look like us.
That's right.
They're not going to all dress like us. They're not going to talk like us. And we can almost guarantee they're not going to act like us.
Thank God.
But we've got to recognize that this world needs a Savior. This world needs to know that Christ died, rose, sitting on the right hand of his Father, constantly making intercession. They need to know that he is love for the loveless. He is hope for the hopeless. He is strength for the strengthless. He is their peace when they can't find it at home. He is their peace on their jobs. If I felt a little better. Someone say I need a little more sensitivity. In light of the grace that I continually receive. A little more grace for Tori. A little more grace for Pastor Myrie. Not just a little more grace for Sylvia. While you're passing out blessings, don't forget about me. But I like to say that while you're passing out blessings, don't pass me by, but bless him, bless her, bless them, bless us, bless we,